Uh-oh.
I'll find it, I guess. Can't be too far away.
Pick a set, any set.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, we are live on Facebook. Let's just
Hi, Norman and Harley.
quiet that and go here. Shh. Ugh, I just want to get it shared over to my group here. Share to a group called VIP. Post. Okay. We're up. We're running. I got it. It's being live streamed. And I don't want to leave the meeting. Thank you. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Norma. We have people in the house. Hello, Connie over there in Facebook land. I just got to get my screen set up here so I can watch two things at once. Thank goodness.
Do it.
Well, thank goodness I'm a female and I can multitask. Hello, Yvonne. I might have to get up and put my fan on because I closed my door, so the breeze that's coming in my other open door has stopped. Okay. Hello, Valerie. I got a card to share, and then I got a couple of products that I got in today, and I got in the Embossing Additions Tool Kit, and I haven't opened it yet, so I thought I'd open it tonight while we were live, because I don't think the card's going to take too long. It's a Gnome one. Okay. So this trim, just in case, it's the iridescent trim. And sometimes when you see these things in the catalog, it's difficult to figure out what they look like in real life. So this is not one that you will typically want to use on a card because it's really quite thick. Hello, Shannon. It's, wait till it, come on, stupid phone. Come on. There. So it's good for making tags, for putting on the end of tags, or if you make ornaments or something to hang on the tree. It is quite big. It's almost 1/4 of an inch.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it is quite thick, and it's got the sparklies hanging out of it, so it's not soft. It's not prickly, but it's not soft. So I thought I would just explain that just in case somebody has the burning desire to know what it looks like. Because, you never know when you see this stuff. We are going to be using this in our sweet candy cane mega stamp camp that Leanne and I are doing in September. I got a card from Valerie. Oh, isn't it cute? Do you remember this stamp set? We used to make hedgehogs out of that stamp set. That was so cute. I'll show you the inside, but let me take the note out of there first. I love how she put designer paper on the inside. Lovely card, Valerie. And this is all fussy cut because there was no dies for that.
Oh.
So thank you. Oh, there's comments. Wrap around the tree garland. Yeah, you could do that if you got that tree. What's that tree thing called? I didn't get it because there has to be some things in here that I didn't get
Yet. Why?
There's still a couple of months left. This is only July. What is that? That tree with the sparkly lights on it. What's that called?
A glow?
Yeah, that one. It's in here somewhere, right? This one. So you could There's stamps, but there's also dies. And you could use that as twine because this is printed at 100% in the calendar. No, the catalog. Did you know that? When you're looking at these, unless it's noted otherwise, they're always at 100%. So you could very easily use that as trim on the tree. It would work perfectly. Good idea.
I
Then
saw a gal that made cards out of that die set and stamp set, and she used the loop of there's one that's a die and it makes holes the same shape. I guess so. Anyway, she put extra holes in the tree.
Oh, cool.
And it looked really good.
I saw paper shaper in Victoria. What's her name? Gone. Anyway, she's one of our Van Isle ladies. She did this tree and then she did it in watercolor wash. So she embossed it and then she took the wide aqua painter and just put strips of blues and greens all the way up the tree. It was really cute. Adrian. Her name's Adrian. I knew it would come eventually. Sometimes this stuff is buried in my brain. It just has to work its way out. Okay, Embossing Additions Tool Kit. Bye-bye, box. Been waiting a long time for the embossing buddy to come back. This is, you use this with heat embossing, if you can get the bag open. Oh, that's what it looks like when it's new. Mine are 15 years old. So it's full of cornstarch. And what it does is when you're going to emboss a piece of cardstock, you put this on and it gets rid of all the static. So when you put your embossing powder on, it sticks only to the ink. So you do this first, and then you stamp your image over top with Versamark ink. Then you put your embossing powder on, and then you heat it. And it gets all the static off the rest of the paper. It's especially useful if you're working on black cardstock with white or white cardstock with black.
I like the little tray.
Little tray is amazing. We used to have trays. We used to have a big one and a little one. And then you put your project in here, take your embossing powder, pour your embossing powder over top of it. And then when you're done, there's a little funnel thing at the bottom, and it goes back into your embossing powder container.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
It saves, you know how when I'm embossing and I say afterwards, oh my gosh, I got it everywhere. Yeah, it helps to get rid of that issue.
Like in my house.
Yeah. I don't care what you do. Embossing powder is going to go everywhere, no matter how you treat it. It just does. Valerie has two of the old blue ones. Yep. This is a brush. It's really nice and soft. Ooh. To get off the excess embossing powder around your projects. And then there's the tweezers. Oh, those are hefty. It looks like they're Teflon, so they won't damage your project. And this is metal. This is not plastic. Here, see if I can get it to focus on it. It's not focusing right tonight. There it goes. And you see, it's got this brushed finish on it, and it's metal, so they're really heavy. Ow! Okay, don't put your finger in there. This thing has got a good bite to them. Holy man. Those are awesome. So these are the ones I got in a kit that I got long time ago. See, it's even lost its little thing. These ones, they're metal. They don't. So sometimes they have a tendency to mark your cardstock when you're using it. But with Teflon, it's not going to do that.
Now I know where I got this from. I got the same thing.
Hang on, I gotta see. Hold it up.
I
Yes.
got one side purple, one side not. It lost the thing.
And you still have the name on yours, and I do not have the name. My
Yeah.
name fell off. So that's exciting. Well, that was my treasure of the day that arrived. And of course, I was so busy today doing stuff that I didn't even get to open it.
I would like the tray and the tweezers.
Uh-huh.
I have too many embossing buddies already.
Oh dear. Yeah.
I've-
The ones I got, they still work, but they're getting down in the cornstarch.
Yeah.
And then somebody made me one year. I think it was Joan Weigel made me one. And it's long been used too. Oh, Valerie, you have that kind of tweezer? That's what they're for when you're embossing. When you're embossing, hang on. When you're embossing, you do this. And you don't get the 400-degree heat on your fingers. You only get it on the Teflon. And because these are Teflon, this isn't going to heat. Like it's not going to get warm and possibly burn your cardstock. Okay, there we go. Tonight we are doing, I'll show you the card we're not doing first. We're not doing this one, but it's so cute. I just had to show you.
Oh, that is cute.
It is cute.
This paper, ladies. Oh my God, it is so adorable. This is our focus for September's monthly club. Is this one. And so I did 3 levels of the card, sort of the same, but a little bit different. So this is, I was calling this one the beginner, because you can fussy cut these very easily. They're not hard to fussy cut at all. However, the dies do cut them. And then I stamped on the inside. It's just so cute. Okay, that's no one I'm not doing. The Avid one is for clubs, so I'm sorry, I'm not showing you that one. This is the casual.
Oh, cute.
That's cute. I like
I
the
just-
other one too, but that's, yeah, wild.
And they're all different. I should get that paper and show you because they're all different.
Do you guys have that set?
I do.
I do, but I haven't opened it yet.
Me either.
Haven't had time.
Somebody stole my paper.
Not at my house. Sorry.
There it is.
I would like it.
I was just creating with it yesterday. Now I have my September club cards done. Yay! Okay. Storybook Gnomes, it's called. This is all the colors that coordinate with it. This is Balmy Blue, Bermuda Bay, Pacific Point, Pale Papaya, Pool Party, and Poppy Parade. So, got this lovely snowflake pattern. And then on the other side is mushrooms. Then this is the one that has all the mushrooms that I've been die cutting. So they're all different. They're different colors. There's reds and
Problem is, what do we waste on the other side?
I don't look at that. Wait, it's upside down. So I've seen some people are taking and cutting these out with circles and layering them on to white or something and putting them on a card. They're really cute.
It would be cute. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the deers and the mooses and little foxes. And so it's, although you are wasting it, it's not heartbreaking. Then this is the one that has all the gnomies on it. And they're all different colors of skin, and males and females, and old ones and young ones. And then on the other side is this pattern, which I don't mind sacrificing at all. It is cute, but the gnomes, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 times 2 in a package. So you get 46 gnomes that you can use in a package. Let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So 36. It's a lot of cards there. And then this one has snowflakes on one side and then hills on the other side. So you can have your gnomes off in the forest. And then look at how cute. Let me just flip this around. Look at how cute these mooses and deers are. Now there's no dyes for these, but they are not too bad to fussy cut if you want them. And there's foxes and bunnies and birds. And the other side is all strips of trees. And then the last one, you can tell I've used all these already. The last one is this pattern. Now, in the colors, they say pool party, but they do not mention mint macaron, which is really bizarrely weird because these trees and this go really well with mint macaron. They do not go with pool party. They're too green. So I think they're supposed to be like a light Bermuda Bay. But this one goes really good with mint macaron. And then on the other side, mushroom houses and little mushrooms and gnomes all over the place. I love the hills too. The last ferry from, oh my gosh, your ferry's canceled too. There's a lot of ferry sailings that are being canceled right now. Unbelievable. I have never, in all of the years that I've lived on the coast, and I've been here for a lot of years, I've never known BC ferries to cancel. Not just postpone, but outright cancel afternoons worth of ferry rides because they have no people.
Yeah, before they only used to cancel in the extreme weather.
Mm-hmm. But now they've pissed their employees off so much that a whole bunch of the higher up ones have all quit because they used to give you a schedule and a town and a dock that you worked out of. Now they don't do that. You're kind of in a manning pool. So if you're a captain, you can go anywhere on Vancouver Island for your day. So these people that are the higher ups are living out of their trunks and they're not impressed. So that's why they're short of staff. And because they're doing that to them, nobody new is joining them, which is really bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the inside.
That's cute.
I took one of the part mushrooms and stuck it in there and matched his face with her face. I used the 100, I think it was. Added some Winkastella to her braids and in the window. There, you can see it there. And this is the new balmy blue striped ribbon. Okay, well, let's stamp because it's been a minute since I stamped. I was cutting cardstock all day today. Okay, balmy
Hang on a
blue.
second. Bye.
Come back soon. Balmy blue card base. And piece of 5 1/4 by 4 on the inside. Then this is Pool Party. No, it's not. It's Pacific Point. Hello. And I'm going to layer that snowflakey designer paper on top and then wrap the ribbon around like that. And then, oh, I have 2 of them. These are those snowflakes. What are they called? Wonderful snowflakes. And they came back from last year. And they are iridescent. And don't throw these away. If you've got little tiny snowflake dies, you can get more snowflakes out of the parts in between the snowflakes. They are cute, Yvonne. I agree. So I have, this is the color scheme I chose for the front this time. And then I didn't have another half a mushroom, so I'm putting a half a gnome on the inside. Okay. Pitter patter, get at her, Mollet. Shut up. Okay, Kindest Gnome stamp set comes with its coordinating dies, the Gnome dies. And they not only cut out the stamp images and the paper images, but you can build a gnome with them too. So there's the hat and the beard and the nose and the feet. So you can build your own gnome. And there's mushrooms. These are the mushroom tops. These are the mushroom stems. So if you're part of my club, look forward to that because we're going to be building a gnome or 2. But I need that. And where's my gnome? Because I have to figure out which die it is. That one. So there's 4 dies that fit all 4 of the different kinds of gnomes. And what did I use the stitch rectangle for? Oh, for that. So it's like, hello, what did I do? So we'll need that for the sentiment. The inside snowflake is from Summer Season of Chic, which has all different kinds of stuff, plus some wonderful blot cheese and a smoosh. Finish it off with some heart pearls. Okay. Need to die cut, but I have to go turn my fan on because I'm getting warm now. Hang on. Ooh. The wind stopped out there too, not only because my door is closed. I'm going to cut that out. I had to stop using my magnetic platform. So I have to go back to Post-it note pieces again. Come on. So do you guys have a good week? Did you stay cool today?
Yes, I stayed cool with my air conditioner.
Ooh.
Then I went down to the river and it was nice and cool down there too.
Oh, nice. Is it swimmable there, Norma?
There's lots of people that swim there. I have not yet.
I understand. Okay. That's not the one that matches up. That's not the one that matches up. Must be this one. And then I'm going to cut out the grass out of this leftover piece from in the middle. In between the, what are those called? Gnomes. Okay. Cut that. Cut that. this. Come on, don't move on me. I'm not used to this. Magnetic platform that moves again. Uh-oh, that might not be wide enough. We'll see. Yeah. Well, I had to go out and do deliveries today. I thought I was going to die. It was so hot out there. Thankfully, my air conditioning works well. Okay. Grass. Mushroom. It's almost getting to the point where it's time to go swimming again. To wait till the kids' pool warms up just a couple of degrees because it still gets chilly at night. Valerie's car got the new timing belt, had a fantastic brunch at the Atlas, got Reitman's Value Village, and got to drive a hybrid Tiguan. Ooh, lovely. And where is the Atlas? I know that's in Courtney, but whereabouts in Courtney is it? I haven't heard of that one. Might be something to check out.
I've only been there once, but it was really good.
We don't tend to eat when we're in Courtney. We go, we Costco, and we leave. Okay, so I'm going to cut this part one out with the die as well. Okay. Just below the library on 6th. Interesting. I have to check it out. Okay, that didn't cut very well, but that's okay. It's the inside. Nobody will know, right? Okay. Think. Oh, stamp. You need to stamp. Stamp the sentiment. This sentiment comes with the stamp set. I love it because it's perfect. It's not too flourishy. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's got a nice readable font on it. All right. Run that through. Then we can do some assembly. Oh, Sugar Shack, it moved. Come on. How's your pool, Holly? Is it nice and warm?
I actually haven't been in. It was so green by the time Harry managed to haywire it together that I really, really shocked it, and the chlorine level is still too high.
Okay, Valerie had pickled beet goat cheese salad with toasted candy pecans. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite dressed salads ever in the universe. I love goat cheese and beets. You guys
Maybe
had
we'll
goat?
Maybe we're going to her place for supper.
Oh no, did she had that at the Atlas?
Oh,
I thought you were going to say maybe we need to go to Courtney for lunch.
well, that sounds good too, but I haven't been in a restaurant yet.
Me neither. We do a lot of takeout, but
Yeah.
oh, I sat in White Spot in Courtney twice to eat in 2.5 years. And that was just recently. it's on the rise again, and I'm thinking that my barrier is going to go back up on my table. I took it down, but I don't know. Okay, there we go. Now we have to decide which way we want that paper. Do we want it this way? That's A. Or B, or it doesn't matter.
Would all your gnomes stuff go landscape?
I'm not sure. Sure, taking it out of my comfort zone. This is
Well,
not
that's what-
Collaboration Friday.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry. She needs to be taken out of her comfort zone.
I just thought it would be different.
God help me. Help me, help me. I lost my grass.
Do you really not make many landscape cards?
Well, I do, but it depends on how tall the stuff are.
Hmm.
Well, that looks good.
Let me see what the other. Okay, that one is not landscape. Oh, I gotta show you the back of this one. This is the fun fold for the club. See, this one goes this way. Nope, not showing you.
I think we should do it landscape.
You think?
I think. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but
Okay. Portrait or landscape?
I like landscape.
Landscape.
Over there in Facebook. Has anybody got an opinion? We have 2 landscapes. Well, I guess it's 3 with Janet, considering she said it to start with.
Mhm.
Getting my snowflake out here.
are these those old snowflakes?
These are the ones that carried over from last year, yes.
Oh, good. I have those. Ooh.
Me too.
Yay! Me too. Valerie, or wait, Yvonne says landscape. Connie says landscape. And then Valerie chimes in and says portrait, just to be different. I guess you're on the losing side, Valerie, because everybody wants landscape. Okay, going landscape. Come on. Need to get some tear and tape. Hang on.
I do like that ribbon. It's very pretty.
It is, and it's got the blue in the center is satiny, so it's
Is
shimmery.
it heavy?
No, no,
It makes
it's not.
a nice bow.
I don't know. I was just going to try that because I don't think I've tied a bow with this yet.
Hmm.
I would say a thick, it does, but it's a thick bow.
Okay.
And because it's only one-sided, you'd have to do some twisting as you're tying the bow.
Right. I find some ribbons aren't great for bows.
No, but this one makes lovely knot
That's a
bows.
beautiful border.
I wonder what it would be like. Hang on. I'm going to cut the excess off and see what it would be like to tie a knot. Come on. That's probably not long enough. No. Okay. Put this on and then I'll go get the ribbon and I'm going to try and see what it would be like if I tied a knot on there. Oh, I don't even have to go far for the ribbon. Look at that sitting right here. Valerie says it's okay if she's in the losing side. All right. Going to do it before I put on there, just in case it pulls, and I can fix it. Yeah, see, you'd have to do the same with this. Give it a bit of a twist as you're tying it. I think it's too thick to do that. So you could do a knot with it. Shall I leave that on there, or do you want me to take it? Okay, it's off. If I can get it off. Now that I've tied it so tight. Off. Okay, let's put this out of the way so I don't get glue everywhere. Come on. I like short nails, but sometimes they're just not conducive to card making. There we are. Let's trim that so that it doesn't give us bulk in the back end. Make sure the card's going the right way. And I left just 1/8 of an inch instead of the usual 1/4 of an inch around that. Now, what I did, because it's not as bendy as a lot of ribbons, I actually put a glue dot underneath there, which I don't usually do because it tends to pull in the direction where it doesn't look natural. Okay, so, oh, snowflake. Snowflake. Oh, I better not sing. Facebook will decide that I don't have the rights to the song and they'll mute my videos again. Good Lord, I tell you.
Is that what happened?
I don't know. But they're muting a lot of them. But they're not muting it for everywhere. Just certain countries. Valerie says, use my picky tool. Yeah, that would have been smart to do that. Oh, Yvonne wanted a knot. I'm sorry. Next card will have a knot. So it doesn't mute them in Canada. It doesn't mute them in the States. It mutes them in weird countries.
So now, should those be double layered, like with a white background behind them so that they're a bit stiffer?
No, you don't need it.
Okay.
They're not flimsy.
Okay.
I'm going to put dimensionals back there. And I've also found if I go in right after I'm done recording or doing my live, if I go in right away and upload it to YouTube, it uploads. But if I wait for a day or two or a couple of hours, they won't let me upload it. I have to go in through Creator Studio and upload it, which is Every time I turn around, they do something different. You know, it's like I don't have time to learn all this stuff all the time. Be nice to me. Okay, I'm not going to put them over top of where the ribbon is going to be. So we'll put that on there like that. Oh, this is so cute. I love it. And then let's put a little bit of adhesive on this. We'll put her, I think. How does that look?
Cool.
Yes. Valerie, Facebook is a jerk because they own it. So they can pretty well do whatever they want. And we have no say in the matter. If they all of a sudden decide to close and stop hosting Facebook, we'll be gone. And there we have no way to get in touch with them and no way to get anything back because it doesn't belong to us. So a lot of the demos I know have gone to doing their lives on YouTube instead of Facebook. So it's the same thing. It's just that it doesn't go to Facebook until I upload it there. Come on. There. Okay. Hold that nice and tight. Uh-oh. She's crooked. Let me straighten her out. She looked like she was drunk. Yes?
It's cute.
Ah, so cute. Okay. And a little bit of adhesive on the grass. And then a glue dot. So it glues itself to the, oh no. Dimensional. Oh, I have a glue dot on my finger. A dimensional. Where did I put those? There we go. Put a little bit of grass at the front door. Blue, of course, because this is gnome land. And that sentiment. So now we have to figure out where we're going to put those hearts. The iridescent heart pearls. Aren't all the gnomes drunkards? I don't know, Val. I've never known a gnome. Leprechauns, yes. I think they're supposed to be into their grog. Look at that. Isn't that adorable?
It is.
And all I've stamped is the sentiment.
Love it.
Very cute.
Okay, hearts. Hearts. So these hearts come in pearl, white, and vanilla. What did I use on this one? I used these ones on that one. was talking to a friend in town today. I hadn't heard from her for a while, so I called her and she has COVID. I said, how the heck did you get COVID? There we go. Because she's been super vigilant about going anywhere and masking and everything. And her neighbors came over the other day for a visit and he sat there and coughed while he was there. And she said to him, why are you coughing? And he said, oh, it's just allergies. 2 days later, she tested positive. People just don't get it, do they?
Do you
Okay.
cough with allergies?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
If it's in your sinuses and your sinuses are draining, yes.
Oh.
Okay, so I have a half a gnome, so I don't think I want to put the gnome in here, right?
No.
Do we want to put a mushroom in there?
Maybe.
Could put a half, stamp the mushroom, half of it. No, you're right. People they don't think. They don't think about other people. They're just so selfish these days.
Vic ended up, he's been coughing for over a month.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And of course, I made him go and phone the doctor finally the other day because he wouldn't do it before. He's got bronchitis. We thought it might be pneumonia back, but he's got bronchitis.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He went in for an x-ray. Yeah.
Yes, Valerie, allergies can make you cough.
See,
allergies are horrible things.
I know nose runs with allergies.
Nose runs, eyes itches, ears itch, fingers itch, hives come out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess we've been lucky then.
I have to be really careful about what kind of soaps and stuff I use because I get hives and then I get eczema. And the first couple of times I use sunscreen in the year, it reacts and I get hives. Like they're not little teeny tiny ones. They're big honking hives. Okay. I'll put some snowflakes.
I used to get hives from hot water.
Oh my Lord. That one would
when I
be
was
tough.
a kid and I'd have a bath and stuff, if the water was too hot, I'd get hives.
Good Lord.
Where's
That would be a
stamp
hard
from,
one.
Glenda?
This is from the textured sheet.
Oh, okay.
Seasons of sheet.
Okay.
Now, what did I do on the envelope? Right. Okay. Stamp the Gnome. Put you over there. So you might notice when I'm using Memento, I put it down and I do the little twist and shout thing because this is a really solid fabric pad. And just doing this doesn't always get a lot of ink on there. But if you do the little twist and shout thing, you get more ink. But then you have to also do this afterwards because sometimes you get lumps of ink in there. That's my little spiel for the night. I think I'm going to stamp this off, make it a little bit lighter. There we go. Now I do have Stampin' Blends out to do some coloring. I don't know whether they're mushroom colors or not. I'm not going to color the envelope, just the inside. So do we want to color the mushroom the same as the one that's on the front, or do we want to do different colors? You have Balmy Blue, petal pink, smoky slate, starry sky, and then this for the skin, but we're not coloring. We're not coloring the gnome. We're coloring it. Mushroom. Any ideas? Do we want a blue mushroom or a poppy parade mushroom? Geez, don't all talk at once.
Poppy parade.
Yeah, poppy parade.
Yeah, it matches his hat.
Matches the hat. Yeah, the hat that got kind of cut off a little bit. There's the light.
Light.
Yeah, the light matches the hat better.
2 votes for light. Okay, I'm going to need petal pink for the stem, and I think a lighter brown. Put these ones away. Need a light balmy blue though. Okay. Let's see, which color do we want? Maybe this one, eh? That one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
300. Can you still get them as a whole kit, or do you have to order them individually?
Individually, but you didn't get a price break anyways on them.
Okay.
Was that 300?
Yes.
It was just easier to order one number, but they're not doing that. And they don't, when I went in there to look the other day to find out what pack the one I was using was in, and they don't list them by numbers. All they list them is by dark and light and medium dark.
Oh,
Was annoying. Yvonne agreed with the light. We can put some dark streaks in there. So I tried a new recipe out for dinner tonight. Did you catch that? I tried a new recipe out for dinner tonight. Ted tried a new recipe out for dinner tonight. It was skinless, boneless chicken thighs in a coconut and spinach sauce.
ooh.
It was coconut milk. It was really good. It's supposed to have rosemary in it, but I can't stomach rosemary. And supposed to put sun-dried tomatoes in, but we didn't. Okay, that's the top. Now I'm thinking that underneath needs to be lips of coral, maybe. Who did I put?
How did you survive eating in Venice and your trip to Italy without having rosemary?
I was very careful what I ordered.
Yeah, because they have rosemary and everything.
I can't stand rosemary. That wasn't too bad. The thing that really got me about all the food in Italy was the rocket, which is disgusting stuff. It's what do they call it here? That really strong lettuce.
Yeah, it's bitter.
Oregano?
No,
Not
no.
oregano. Geez, I said it tonight too.
And it's not
Arugula.
arugula. Yes. Oh, damn. Every time you order a salad, that's all you can get unless you have the caprese salad. So I ate a lot of caprese salad. Got to the point where my sister would look at me and go, wait, I know what you're ordering for dinner. Yep. And do you know what burrata is? Burrata cheese?
No.
It was good, Valerie. It's a mozzarella ball this big. It's like an unripened mozzarella ball, like like bocconcini, but not quite. And you break it open and it's all creamy and soft on the inside.
That's for one person?
Yep.
Really?
It was my last night in Rome before we came home. And I ordered this caprese salad with burrata. I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. Let me tell you, it is absolutely amazing. So then we go when Maria and Betty were over for that all-day fun day thing. We did a trip over to Coombs. And be darned if they didn't have little tiny containers of burrata, a burrata ball in there. And I thought, well, how good can it be? Yep, it's good. So if you get over to Coombs, it's in the cheese section. You know where all the cheeses are? Go and give it a try, because holy Aunt Jemima, it's good.
And you don't have to heat it or anything?
Nope.
So what do you eat it with?
Well, Maria had hers on toast. I ate mine with a spoon.
Oh,
I got mung on there. Did I get mung on there? Yeah, it's really good. And if you ever get to Italy, try out the burrata balls, because literally this big. It was, I looked at this thing and I thought, what the heck is that? Because I'd never heard of it before. And it wasn't until I got started talking to Maria that she told me what it was. All right, just about finished coloring. That dinner tonight was really good. Ted has his on rice. I just had mine on the spoon. I find the recipes and I say, here, I'd like this for dinner tonight. He figures out how to cook it. Then he says, dinner's ready. Okie dokie. Here I come. There we are. A little bit of winky. Because you know, a card's not finished till you add the winky. What else should I add it to? Maybe on her hair. Follow the braids down. Do you think it matches?
pretty close.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
almost as fancy on the inside it is on the outside.
Well, you might as well use those part ones up because, don't throw them away. They're still part of the designer paper. And if you did my paper shares, you might have one or two cut up ones. So there we are. There's our card.
Love it.
And I'll bring back in the other one that I did. Like that. And are you ready? I'm going to do a sneak peek of this one of my club ones. You ready? Here it comes. There you go. That's coming in September.
Very cute.
Thank you. So you guys got big plans for the weekend?
Going to the river.
Oh, I wish. Our cabin hasn't sold yet, and now they postponed it to the 26th.
Oh, really?
And I said to Ted it's because of the lease. The government has to transfer the lease over, and we can't do anything about it until the government transfers the lease, and we have no control over that. So I can see us it's been taken up to 2 months to do that. So I said to Ted the other day, so do you want to go to the cabin this weekend? And he looked at me and said, what? Are you crazy? It's $150 each way on the ferry to take the boat because we brought the boat home. And then the last time we got fuel, it was $85 for fuel for the boat. And then there's the fuel for the truck. And then nothing is up there. So we have to pack everything. I even brought the salt and pepper home. So we won't be going to the cabin.
Just say it fast.
Pardon?
Just say it fast. It doesn't sound much when you say it fast.
Oh my God. It would take me 3 days to pack.
That's true.
And
But
the weekend would be over.
It would. And we can't go tomorrow because I'm in that thing at the fairgrounds tomorrow night. They're having a fair Friday night fair market or market fair or something up outside the Kin Hut in the fairgrounds.
Do you know anybody that's making charcuterie boards in town? Nice ones?
There was somebody on Facebook, but I don't know who that is.
Okay.
You might check with that. What does he call them now? The salty something or other? That seafood place that Niall
Verbrugge.
Yeah, him. They might have something out there. They're out on Faber.
Oh,
because they're bringing in a lot of like cheeses and mustards and along with the seafood. They might have something out there.
we need a wedding gift.
Ah. Oh.
We saw some beautiful ones that are made in Calgary, but she's not getting back to us very easily. And she's become allergic to the resin that she puts on the one end.
Oh no.
So
isn't there somebody in town that's making them with that resin stuff?
Don't know. That's what happens when you don't go anywhere. You stay home.
Sunday morning, go down to the fair, down to
The key?
the Key, and go to the Sunday morning craft fair.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
There might be some, because I know there's a woodworking dude that goes to that one. He does
Okay.
bowls and stuff.
Okay.
And if I see anything tomorrow night up at the fair, I'll let you know.
Okay. Super. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a fundraiser to
Help
get
rebuild
funds
that.
to rebuild that whatever
Yeah.
it was that burned down up there.
Yeah.
The horse barn, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Something.
Yeah.
And I found out today there's over 60 vendors up there,
Good.
Wow.
and they're going to have food trucks as well. Starts at 5, goes to 9. Entrance is free. So if you're not doing anything for a night, it's supposed to get cloudy in the early evening. So I don't anticipate it being 35 degrees up. Yay. That's going to be ugly. Good night, Connie. Thanks for joining us. And good night over there on Facebook. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on Monday night. Bye.